5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why am I counting? I have no idea. Dude, just smacked. Okay, let's go live. Go live. Going live. Once. Twice. Hey guys, what's up? I'm kind of off-centered here. Why am I off-centered? Come on, dude. Can you move it? Thanks for joining, guys. Welcome to my late night live. And I got a beer today. Good thing it's a twist off. Not advertising, guys. I'm just drinking a beer. And is a. I think this is local too, right? This is made in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. I'm all about local beer. Youngling Traditional Lager. I'm not advertising. This is just I'm sharing with y'all. Alright, let's see. What are we going to do? What can we talk about? Thanks for joining, guys. Thank you for joining my live. I am here. I will give you guys a little bit time to settle down. Are you doing that? Okay, good. And I got someone joining. Where is my message in that? Okay. Good to see you guys. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? I miss twist offs. Oh yeah, I do too. Actually, I love twist offs. But the thing is, I don't like to damage my. Okay, twist offs. He's talking about. We all know said I love twist off, and I love twist offs too. But sometimes the worst is when you get a twist off, but you can't twist it off. It's not coming. It's not moving, and it's a twist off. Nagaraj Mauli, Vishnu, when are you coming to Houston? I will be there, bro. I was there last year, I think September. September I was there. I'm going to come back again. And Big Greg says, good to see you. Good to see you too, Big Greg. Number one, Pam, just me. You are number one, Pam. You are the first one to join, and thank you for joining. I miss twist offs. I miss twist offs too. But again, like I was saying, you have a twist off, but then you can't open it, and your hands are slipping off, and you're like, where is the opener? And people are like, dude, it's a twist off. And then now you're like stuck with a twist off that doesn't twist off, and you're like, what am I supposed to do now? I mean, that's when you should take a cloth, like put it under your shirt and use the shirt to twist off. That's what I do. I always use a cloth. Why damage my beautiful hands for a twist off? I don't get it. I don't get people who try to open bottles with their teeth. I'm like, dude, the bottle, what are you trying to prove? Those teeth are permanent. Like those are not milk teeth, like where you just goof around until you're like 6 years and then lose some teeth. And then you're like, you get them back. No, these are once and done. You lose those teeth, you can't have them. So I never get people that are trying to open their twist offs or bottles. Twist offs and bottles. Don't do that to you guys. Respect your body. Do not use your teeth to open a twist off. Lots of love from Puerto Rico. Thank you, bro. Thank you. We blew able. Thank you. I feel stupid after using a bottle opener only to realize it was a twist off, says Rob Dog Up. I've been there, bro. I've been there. I don't mind using a bottle opener to open a twist off, but it really sucks when you got a twist off and you can't open it. It really takes your manliness away. If you can be another race for a day, what race would it be and why? I don't know. I really don't want to be any other race. I love being who I am. Like a Telugu, I grew up watching movies. Um, no, I don't really want to be any other race, bro. I love being a Telugu. I have access to so much comedy movies, comedy, period. And I couldn't be from my favorite city in the world, Ongole. So Lex Garaway says, if you can be another race for a day, what race would it be and why? No, Telugu, that's it. No other races for me. I'm sure I picked right when I got my opportunity to pick it. Do you like Babar Azam? Babar Azam, are you talking about the Mughal king? I don't. I heard he was pretty brutal when he attacked India. So not really. I heard good things about Akbar. He's a good guy. He's yoga Hindu. Says I think like this little life. Yoga is okay. First of all, Hindu. There is no religion like that is Hindu. Okay, that is just how people from watching you from a bottle thinks you're also in a bottle because they are looking at you from there. They're in a cage, but they think you are in a cage too. But yoga is just a practice that came from people that have been on this land for thousands of years, and they were bored and they were like, or whatever, they were like, how do I make my body perfect shape? And they came up with these stretches that ensures blood flows through your body, and you basically you use your body as unless you use them basically use all your limbs every day and stretch them so blood flows through your limbs, automatically your body gets better. So that's as simple as it is. Like someone sat there and thought about how can I make my body function best, and it's not just one person. I think it's been built over time. So that's why I respect. That is always. I say this all the time. I don't disagree with anybody. I don't hate anybody. Just don't be those insecure people where it's only what I believe is right, and we need to eliminate everything else, because when you do that you are eliminating a lot of important cultures. I wanted to know, I would have loved to know all those beautiful cultures that were around in this world. We, in the name of religion, because this is always the philosophies. I don't know what's up with people. You take a philosophy and you're like, oh my God, I got it. This is the only philosophy that should be followed. Everything else should be eliminated. I don't know what's up with that. So, I mean, it's like we tell kids to share and knowledge and everything, but we as adults we fight about silly things like religion and everything. Stop going on a tangent and just give short sentences. Okay, my bad. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, I will give short. Question: why is Andhra food the spiciest of all foods in India? Do you think so, bro? Well, okay, Andhra has a unique thing. Okay, we get to follow South, really we get to enjoy South foods Tamil foods. We get to enjoy North foods. But Andhra, we have a really good crop of chilies. Guntur chilies are the best, hottest in the world. So that's probably why our food is spiciest. Come to Virginia, Patan. Yes, I will go. I will come to Virginia. I'm working on it. How are you, Gandu? I am good, Gandu. Official self-savior. Yes, nothing better than Sanatan Dharma, in my opinion, of course. I don't like that. Don't say nothing better. That the minute you say that you're the best, you're better, you already lost the philosophical world. So, I mean, it's something that works for you. Be happy with it. If someone wants to learn from you, teach them. Just mind your own business. People will do what they want to do and what they're meant to do. That's my point. Official self-savior. Save yourself, official self-savior. Exactly. Religion is to be harmonistic and divisive. I agree. I mean, what makes me feel comfortable doesn't have to make you feel comfortable. And just because something makes you comfortable doesn't mean I have to feel comfortable about it. can rub it on me. And and I think this world is strictly, if there is a God, He's not going to interfere because He already gave us everything and it's on us. He gave us brains, He gave us communications, He gave us all the resources, and he or she, are it, the God entity, the God element. And it is like watching us, like I gave you everything, let's see you can figure it out or not. And here we are fighting about that entity that is not going to interfere. And if someone says, I know the truth, they're lying. Are you a stand-up comedian? I sub to, I can't remember now. What do you mean I sub to? I found I didn't really know my own culture until I went and worked overseas for a few years. I feel you, bro. Like when I was in India, when I moved to America for about 8 to 10 years, like this is before internet. I'm only 29, by the way. I completely lost touch with my language, and I was like literally like when I try to speak Telugu, like now I'm fluent, but at the time I was losing touch with it because at home my parents were like, we should get learn English, so let's speak in English. So we're speaking English at home, and outside I don't have anybody to talk to in Telugu. So that was a little tough. So, but now thanks to YouTube and all these things, I'm so happy. Like I could watch Telugu movies, Malayalam movies, Tamil movies, Hindi movies, English movies. I got so many options. That's why I love being who I am. Do you have plans for acting in movies? Big Rig 2904 asked me. Yes, I do. I'm going to act in movies. I am working on scripts. They're going to be hilarious. That's the plan. Does India have a big local comedy scene like in Hindi and the other languages? Yes, India actually surprisingly, not surprisingly, I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, India has a really good comedy scene. I went to Delhi, I performed in Hyderabad, it's still a little new, but I think it's changing. Bangalore, it's awesome. Audience are awesome, they understand it, they get it, there's a jokes. The comedy audience are always fun because they get it. The point is we're making jokes. It's the people that are outside and they're just there to, insecure, and they want to show their power and they get upset about something comedians say. Are you ever coming to Central Florida to do a show? Bro, I want to. I was supposed to go to Orlando and we didn't sell well. It was a weird week. But I'm going to come back there, Orlando, Tampa. I want to be there. I'm working on those. I just need to get tickets sold. Yes, big comedy scene in India. Many stand-up comics with Amazon specials, etc. Yeah, sometimes I feel bad. Like I wish I'm in India. Maybe I could get an Amazon special. That's being arrogant, but it's still a younger scene in India. But because we have so much audience and so much, people like India. We like content. Like Western world, people like sports. In India, people like content. Be it Bollywood, be it like TV, whatever. So naturally, people like stand-up comedy. So does India? Okay, I answered that one. Why do you really, really old men actors act with 20-year-old actresses in Indian movies? There are different reasons, bro. One is we love our heroes and we want to watch them all the time. Like, and the thing is, as an actor, we want them to like. Why do you like the guy Jerry Maguire? What's his name? Tom Cruise. Like, look at Tom Cruise. Like, a lot of Hollywood actors do that too. They act with very young women. Like James Bond, like all of them, like they're in their 60s and they're at least over there in India, they're dancing. Here, they're literally like doing it with like 20 years old. So to each his own, guys. If the audience don't mind, who are you to complain? Hello, Beta. CTA Lager. Hello. Thank you, Uncle. Chris joined. Yeah, going back to that thing, I don't mind it. If audience don't mind it and the actress is adult and the actor is adult and someone like Chiranjeevi, I want to see him until he is 92 years old, still dancing. And if the actors of the time are like, by the time he is 19 and someone is like in their 20s, that'll be like 60-year difference, but I have no problem with that. They're acting, they're not living together. Um, Thoughts on the Saudi Comedy Festival. My opinion is why not? It was a unique opportunity for both the comedians and the audience. I agree too. And the thing is, okay, anything is for the people. Okay, if the government is willing to, the thing is, the comedians is we are the most supposedly we should be the most open-minded liberal people. So to get invited to there and someone to go there and they know comedians make like a lot of jokes that they're not happy they don't agree with, but they took the chance. And when someone gives you a chance, okay, if there is a fort and the fort is completely like fortified and you can't get in, but then they open the door and they're like, hey, come and have a conversation with us. Would you say, oh no, I don't agree with you, I'm not going to come and have a conversation with you? Because I think comedians are the best chance for us to take our culture into Saudi and get those people to realize that, hey, there is another world out there where we don't live by all these rules. We have fun. Come join us. And I look at it like an introduction of comedy to them. So I am actually happy that a lot of comedians went there. I wish they would do it more often, and they would stop killing journalists and inviting more comedians. Hey, more power to them. Let's do it more often. Are you coming to Maryland, DC area? Yes. Where's the comedy? Richker asked me, where's the comedy? I don't know, bro. Come to my show. Rich Key says, what the fuck are you doing? I am doing a live, you're on my live. I am just answering questions. Yep, waiting keenly for part 2. Big Rig. Yes, sir, part 2. Did you watch Dhurandhar? No, not yet. I want to watch it. I heard it's a really good movie. Very controversial, I heard, but I mean, whatever it is, I'm going to watch it once it's on. I want to go to theaters. I don't get a chance to. I'm trying to build my career here. Come get roasted in New York City. I will. I am there every Tuesday. I'll be there. Oh yeah, I'm there in New York City. This 23rd, 24th, I'm doing a show in Astoria. 23rd, 24th, I'm doing Cancelled Comedy. And then 28th, guys, don't forget, Broadway Comedy Club. Don De Niro, Pete Lee, Eva Evans, Ryan Reese, Gerald Benford, and me. 28th, Bros School Show. Make sure you come and join that. Enjoy the show. Oh, you're waiting for Dhurandhar Part 2? I gotta watch the first one, bro. When are you coming to Seattle? Again, bro, I'm working on it. More lives, more fans, more tickets sold, and then I'll be there. Are you guys watching the news? What do you think about Greenland, guys? I kind of am excited. I want Greenland. Let's have Greenland. You funny as hell, bruh. Keep it up. Thank you, DST03. I want to be green. Did you guys hear that he's going to when okay? I don't know if the negotiation is finalized, but all the Greenland people are going to get U.S. citizenship plus $100,000. I'm like, yo, everyone who's looking to get into America, get to Greenland. Greenland, okay? It's probably easier right now to get the visas to Greenland than to America. And then once you go there, and then you become Americans, and also you get 100,000. Can I go to Greenland now? Like, if you're an American citizen, like, can you go get a Greenland citizen? I'm down with that too. 200,000, bro. And it's not even like, you don't even have to stay there. Once it becomes America, you just move to America. I'm excited for that. Did you guys see the speech, Davos speech? I'm going to break it down, bro. That speech, I want to just go through that speech and just break it down. It's going to be so much fun. Debo Brown says, genius. Yeah, bro, that's a genius idea, I know. Anyone, the guys, you're trying to come to America, go to Greenland, okay? Get on that boat, do whatever you gotta do. Get behind that volcano and get into Greenland and tell them you're Aboriginal. I've been here forever. You guys didn't come this way, so you didn't know I existed here. That's all you gotta do, because there's a lot of empty space in Greenland. Too cold for me. Nagaraj Moli says, too cold for me. Bro, you gotta do it for American citizenship. That's your sacrifice. You just like do it for a little bit until they come. And there's a volcano, which means there must be some hot springs too. So find a hot spring, put a tent next to it, and if someone comes by and say, who are you? Tell them you've been there forever. You are 29. When did you do your first open mic? I'm a fair bit older and never done stand-up. But as a fan of stand-up, I want to do just one open mic to see what it's like on the other side. Bro, it's the easiest thing. Just go grab a mic and do it. Right now, I'm doing open mic. This is it right here. Is the 100K for real? Or you are joking? No, I heard like every citizen in Greenland will get a American citizenship and 100,000. If I'm Greenland citizen, bro, I'm down. Screw Denmark. I'm going to be American. Some deal is done. Some part of Greenland will be under USA, like Cyprus, one half, Turkey, half Greece. Yeah, they did some deal. Like Trump is like, okay, here is a deal. I take the Greenland peacefully because people say it belongs to me. It's mine. I'm going to name it Trumpland because that's what people want it to be called. People don't like, it's not green, it's full of ice. Only person that can warm it up is me. That's what people say. And I'm going to call it Trumpland because what else do you want to call it? Trumpland. That's what people want. So they're going to put a golden Trumpland on it. And then everybody will, I think the currency is going to be Trumpian. Trumpaller. I think once like the 3 years are done and Donald Trump can't run for president, he's going to appoint himself as president of Greenland and Canada. That's probably why he wants to take over Greenland and Canada, because he can be president for America, but he could be president of Canada. And if you were to like, instead of like making America taking over Canada, you make it like, you know how when you acquire a company, you could be this company or that company. And dude, I think I'm onto something. He's going to make America Canada with Greenland, and Canadians, I don't think they have a the what do you call, like, you can only run twice to be president. I don't think they have that kind of limit. So he's going to be like a forever president of Canada, which holds which holds America and Greenland. When are you going? Yeah, okay, I forgot. We know, bro, just go do it. Find one close by. I did mine, my first mic I did in 2002. Vino asked me, when did I do my first mic? I did it in 2002. I was trying to shoot my first movie, the greatest movie ever made. It's called Kidnap. Check it out. You're going to like it. And yeah, Term Limit. That's what, okay. The greatest movie ever made, Kidnap. I made it. You can look it up, like Kidnap by Vishnu Vaka. Google search it, or yeah, YouTube search it. It's a black and white movie. I was looking for an actor that looks like a Zoolander, Ben Stiller kind of look. And someone told me if I go to this variety mic, there are a lot of weird people and variety people, and I might be able to find my actor. And I thought I was just there to watch the show. I paid $5 entrance fee. We were drinking, smoking, hanging out, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "You're up next." I'm like, "What do you mean I'm up next?" He's like, "Dude, you paid $5, you get 5 minutes." And for a second I was like, "No, I don't think I can do it." But then a part of me was like, you know what, I always wanted to try stand-up. Why don't I go try it? So I decided I'll go do it. I mean, it's not like I am competing with like some like great talent. Like one guy came and put a bunch of newspapers around him and just shaved his head. And another guy, literally, like he was like, I think he might be a Buddhist monk or something, I don't know, but He was beating his chest and he was running in circles, and he was doing Buddhist chants, and he did that for 5 minutes. And then it was my turn. And I'm like, what am I going to talk about? But the night before, I saw this thing, two elephants do it on Discovery Channel. And I thought that was pretty funny because elephants, they don't pump. They have an extra muscle, so they flex their penis, trying to keep it PG. So I was like, I thought that was pretty cool, so I talked about that. For 5 minutes, people laughed, and that gave me a feeling like I can do it. And then after that, I'm still 29, almost literally about 15 years later, my wife and I, we were talking, and my wife is like, I just emceed my brother's wedding, and everybody thought I was hilarious. And my wife is like, you always talk about being a stand-up comedian. Why don't you go try it? And at the same time, I also read a book by Kevin Hart. I can't make this up. If you're a comedian, if you want to try comedy, you should read one of those books written by comedians. He talks about how he made it, and he talks about the heartbreaks, the way you will be treated, all the hardships as a comedian you will have to go through. And I read that, I gave it to my wife. I'm like, this is going to be tough. This is not an easy journey, but I really want to do it. And she's like, yes, you should do it. I went and I signed up to Catch a Rising Star, my first open mic, Wednesday night. I put my name as number 10, and there was only one person at the time. Mike Tomasino was the manager at the time, and he was like, hey, there is not going to be that many people. And I was like, I know, but I want to be the last one. And he's like, oh, the first time? And I was like, yes. And then I went and did my set. After that, he came up to me and he was like, dude, you're really funny. I've been in this industry for 30 years. The one advice I can give you is, you started, don't stop. You will make it. And he believed in me, bro. He introduced me to a lot of comedians. He introduced me to Paul Virzi. Dude, I met so many comedians like Gerald Benford. A lot of people I met through him, and he would always say, like, dude, if you ever make it, I want to be your manager. I want to make some money, and all I want to do is buy a house for my son. That's what he said. And I remember that. If I ever make it, I'm definitely going to buy a house for his son. Yeah, that's for Mike Tomasino. I got to make it to a point where I could buy someone a house, but when I'm there, I'm going to do it. What else? When are you going back to Godfrey podcast? I am going to go back, bro. Godfrey has been inviting me almost every Tuesday. I love that he does. I love going there. I was there yesterday. So next 2 episodes I'll be there. Oh yeah, I'm going to be there again. Whenever he invites me, I'm there. Trump is the funniest president of all time. He's basically a stand-up who got the big job. Oh yeah, I agree, bro. I think I'm happy he did not join stand-up comedy. That guy is funny. Our bad luck. Like he didn't join stand-up. Or maybe, I don't know. If he literally liberates Iran and takes over Greenland and Canada, and it will be like great America. I want to be like, we shouldn't take over other countries, but I'm like, why not? Like, why can't this whole world be one country and everybody be happy and live their life and you could travel wherever you want to go. Our social security is good for everybody, that people could live happily, can go anywhere and at least live, have a place to stay and have something to eat, and if they got some health problem, that can be taken care of. We got AI, we're doing so much, right? So if we could do that for people, like if you are a human being and you exist on this land, there are 3 things that we can take care of as a species. We'll make sure you got a place to stay, you got a place to eat, you got something to eat, and then if something goes wrong, we'll help you get well. Ants do that. A lot of bugs, they do that. They build castles for themselves. and we don't do that. So I'm okay if we could unite the whole world, and it's free for you to travel, and every place people have a good life. Dude, like, I don't think I would leave India. I think a lot of people that came to America, they came here for a better living, but if British didn't loot India, I don't think people would have come from India. Because it's a lot of immigration that Western countries right now are complaining about. Dude, it's your own fault. You went and looted their stuff, and to a point where they got no way to survive unless they come to where you are living, because you brought all the wealth with you. So when you bring the wealth, the people that wealth belongs to, they have to migrate too. I mean, now you're like, oh my God, they're taking over our neighborhoods. My white neighborhood is turning into brown. Like, sorry, buddy. You can go to Africa. I mean, you were there before willing. You can go to India. You were very happy to come there back in the day. Go back now. Trump, where can I watch Kidnap 2002 for free? Sorry, I am cheap, can't find it. Has to be on YouTube, bro. Don't type Kidnap, because there's so many damn movies with that name. Just type Kidnap Vishnu Vaka. I'm gonna search for it too after this, and I'll post it if it's not there, but I'm pretty sure it's there. It's the funniest movie in the entire world. Can I be your security detail? Big Rig 2904. Definitely, bro. Once I make money, I'll need some security, yeah? I'll be like, yo, look at me, and look at my brothers right here. I'm going to tell some jokes, you better laugh. As you see my dude right here, Big Rig, I'm going to whoop your ass. He's going to come around behind you, kick your legs down, and then stomp you. Big Rig. So I better hear those giggles. Definitely, bro. Let's do it, Big Rig. What else? That's it? No other questions? Man. What's your favorite Telugu movie of all time, bro? Favorite Telugu movie of all time? It's hard to say, but when I was a kid, I used to be scared of watching movies because they're violence, and I'm like, I used to be scared, but then I watched Chantabbai, which is Chiranjeevi's movie, and that movie is a comedy, and I laughed my ass off, and I was like, I told my parents, like, we'll go to movies as long as they're comedies. I don't want to watch where people kill each other and stuff like that. But then I started, like, once I started watching Chiranjeevi movies, I started getting into his action movies. But in those action movies where you got an action star, if someone is in trouble, he's going to come and save them. It's the movies where there is no superhero, I get scared, because then there is nobody to come and save them. So I liked all those movies where you got like action, like big stars, and nothing goes wrong when they're there in the movie. I like those movies. So I'd say Chantabbai. I really liked Kalki. Recently came out. If it's probably on Netflix, or it's spelled Kalki, Kilki. I love the way he took the story, aspects of Mahabharata, and implemented to create a new world. And I really like that movie. RRR, of course, I like that one. I like Maryada Ramanna by Rajamouli. I mean, I would watch any Rajamouli movie, like Vikramarkadu, I love that one. Big Rig says, Hyderabad Biryani movie, Urdu. I'll check it out, bro. I think I heard about Hyderabad Biryani. Big Rig says, watching Cricket World Cup. Yes, I am going to watch Cricket World Cup. Why would I not? When is it? I thought it's over. Like, did it happen like last year or something? John Moo says, I'm from Sydney, Australia, and watch your stuff all the time. Please try to do a trip down here one day. I will, bro. I really want to. I mean, right now, the point is I need to be able to sell enough tickets that I could pay my travel. Or if someone would be like, would throw a show for me, and they would be like, hey, we'll pay you so and so, and we'll pay your flight and come to a show there, and I'll be there. Because right now I don't know how many tickets I can sell. I don't even know who to reach out. Got a da joke? Tell me. If you got a joke, tell me, bro. What state you live in? New Jersey, the great New Jersey. The place where you don't have to pump your own gas. What more do you want? America? Um, what else? What else? What else, guys? Let's see what is going on out there. Anything you guys want to talk about? We got some people online. Let's see. What happened today? Ask ChatGPT what happened today. There goes one bottle of water. Each time you do something, you ask ChatGPT for something, you're costing one bottle of water to cool it. But Elon Musk wants to open data centers in the space, and I heard space is very cold. And I think we are coming to a point where like real magic is going to happen, because now if every house were to put a solar panel, were to put solar panels, which would get cheaper soon, because the demand for energy is growing so much that all these big data companies are going to be buying energy, which means it's going to get, the price of energy is going to is going to go up, and governments are going to be stressed about providing power to people because people need power. So they're going to, until now they were discouraging people from having solar panels because they're getting paid by the oil companies. But now that oil companies got already customers for data centers, and they can't barely provide enough electricity power for them, they're not going to worry about business, which means they're not going to worry about how we regular people are going to get power. And our governments know we are not going to be able to compete with these big companies for power. We can't afford. So there are going to be big advances made on solar power. So everybody gets a solar power. Our internet is being transmitted through the space, and if you make your sewage like septic tank, so you are not like connected to city, you could literally go off grid, and those data centers are going to be in the space. Everything is going to be in the space. So, and wherever we need to go, we're going to use these not planes, like drones to travel. So people are not going to travel on roads anymore. So all that land that we are losing for roads are going to be reclaimed back to forest, uh, which means there is more land for animals to survive, and we will go back to, if you want to go like shorter distance, you can walk or bike, and if you want to go anywhere farther, you just take a drone, which means there is not going to be any need for regular roads. So all you have is bike paths and walkways for people to walk, and which means we don't need to tar up all the roads, all the cement. We don't need to make them all cement roads, and everybody is living on their own. And suddenly we get hit by a solar flare, and all the electric things shut down, and all our data is up in the space in the data centers, and we have no way of getting there and getting the data. So we are stuck. We can't do anything, because anything we need to do, we've been asking ChatGPT to do it for us, and now nobody knows nothing. We can't read because we stopped reading. We stopped writing because AI is doing it. All we know is we can talk to each other, and then we kind of like have to restart, because now we don't know how to cook or clean, and we don't have chat GPT or nothing, the power is gone, and we are looking at all this stuff, and we'd have stories about back in the day, people used to get in the planes and go around, but not anymore. We can't do that anymore since the solar flare. And then a few generations down, we're back to like, hunting and gathering. And then we'll have to reinvent fire. Bro, that's what is going to happen. Roads are, I witnessed it, okay, let's go. I have heard all comedians bomb or have a terrible set sometimes. What does it feel like, and is it scary to get on stage again after one? Bro, it feels like shit when you have a bad set. You feel miserable, you start questioning your existence. Am I really in the right path? But then you're like that addict. You'll get back on stage and then you'll have a good time and then you're like back at it. It's fine, you'll be fine. That's what differentiates a comedian from a non-comedian. Can you take a hit and keep moving forward? I witnessed a comic have a terrible set once in a small but packed venue. It was painful to watch. I can't imagine how bad it was for him. He probably forgot the next time he had a better set, so don't feel bad for him. Roads are needed for delivery of goods in big trucks. Roads are here to stay. Now, bro, the drones, they can carry they're literally transporting bombs across countries with drones. Why do you need big trucks? They're just going to pick them up and put them somewhere else. It's all going to be done drones. You're wrong. No, but I'm just being funny. You might have a point, but I think they're going to use drones. Do you have a swimming pool now? Yes, I do, but I hate opening it. It is so much work. That's one of the reasons I don't like summers. I really wanted a swimming pool, and when I could find one house, I just couldn't resist it. And everybody told me, like, dude, that's like owning an elephant. Like, you gotta keep feeding it, and it's true. It's true. It's not fun. I'll sell big time in Bay Area. No, I will sell big rig. I don't know, bro. If you sell, let me know. I'll come with you. What did you think of the last Godfrey podcast episode? Which one? We just did one yesterday. Who is a comedian you look up to? Russell Peters. He inspired me a lot. Like literally, I watched him live and I'm like, dude, I want to do that. I watched another Indian person do it, and I was like, until then, it's like, even in my head, it's like I never saw an Indian person do it. Like how will it be taken? And then I see this guy come in, kill it. Everybody loves him. Like, it doesn't matter what race or religion, people love him. And I'm like, that's the guy I want to follow. That's his footsteps I'm following now. So I'd say Russell Peters, I learned a lot from Godfrey. He's a monster. I just hang out with him. Like sometimes I go watch him and I'm like, how you keep watching comedy and you're like you're also like, you don't know what the limits are. Like, can I go there? Can I do that? Is that normal? Because you're also like, you're here, you don't know. Like, there are people that are in this industry for 30 years and they're doing certain things certain way, and I'm like, is it okay to go, do that? And then I watch Godfrey break every barrier there is, and I'm like, oh, I guess if you can do it right, you can do whatever the heck you want to do. So, watching Godfrey, I learned to liberate myself too. So definitely him. Pete Lee, another comedian I love. He's been like super nice to me. He took me on road. He's my best friend. I love him. Josh Blue. He's the first national headliner to take me on the road. And he's another guy. Like, he's so funny, naturally funny. And like, just like being around these people, it helped me a lot. And Gerald Benford, again, like this guy is the first headliner to take me with him, and he's a monster. Everyone, I comedians, I look up to comedians. I think they're smart. Comedians are probably the smartest group of people. I'm not saying I'm smart, but comedians are. Um, what's the best way to ask for a reference from your current company employer for a new potential job without jeopardizing your current job position? Bro, I am the worst person to give advice on it because um, I mean, if you have a good relation with them and if you have a good reason to leave, tell them upfront, bro. Like, this is the reason I'm leaving. I did that like few times. I'm like, they're offering me better. Can you pay me more? And they're like, no, we can't. And okay, they're offering me more, and I hate to do this, but it's business. You're not paying me more because you can't. It's business, and I gotta do my business. Just be upfront, bro. Don't be afraid. If you're good at your job, don't be afraid. If you're not good at your job and you're an imposter, then don't tell them. Just take the new job and go. What's the best way to? Okay. Big Rig 6. Damn. What did I say, bro? What is? You didn't like my future? I kind of looking forward to it. Like, if I need to go somewhere, I just take the drone and fly off. Like, until we get hit by a solar flare, it's going to be fun. Once we get hit by a solar flare, it'll still be fun. But I think once we get hit by a solar flare, I'll be like, you know what? If I'm at that time, I'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to have any more kids. I mean, I'm not going to have any more kids, but I would tell my kids, like, dude, when shit goes south, don't have kids. I've seen a few times great comedians in tiny venue bars, cheap tickets, where it's just slightly over open mic cheap tickets, but they never got big, yet better than many big guys' thoughts. There are multiple things, bro. So he's saying I've seen few times great comedians in tiny venue bars, cheap ticket, where it's just slightly over open mic cheap tickets, but they never got big. So multiple things. One is before you, even though no matter how big you are or how good you are still in the hands of the bookers. If they refuse to give you chance, if they refuse to give you stage time, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do about it. You can perform where you get chances and hope you get recognized, because back in the day, how do you make fans? You go on stage, you perform, and then once you're done, people that watched you like you, and then they tell their friends, they bring their friends to watch you, and eventually you have enough people that you can go on the tour. And then we got social media, so now I still need stage time to make myself a better comedian, but to get to audience, I'm not dependent on the clubs as much, because I can tape myself and post it and get people to see me who would maybe come buy tickets. So now the power is more in my hands. So if you are a comedian right now, I mean, don't be afraid of social media. Just do it and build your because clubs are like, well, clubs are like, the thing reversed. Before I bring the art and clubs bring the audience. Now I am bringing the art and I'm bringing the audience too, and which means the power dynamics are going to change. So now clubs will be more dependent on the comedians, unless clubs were to cultivate their own fan base, and then instead of paying a lot of money for big comedians, they get these regular guys that are coming up, pay them less, but give them opportunities and sell out. So they could do that too. But I'm more like, the barriers are flattening. Like, my fate is not in the hands of someone else. Just because I don't have a show tonight, I don't have to go to bed, whining about not getting a spot. Like, look at me, I'm here. I'm live on like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and I'm talking to people and I'm having fun. And there are people literally sitting in this, in hundreds and thousands of them, I'm not going to tell you how many, but there are hundreds and thousands and thousands, thousands and thousands and thousands of them watching me live. Uh, Thanks. True, I was talking about pre-2012 events. I guess social media was not so big then. Yes, not so big, and also even the cameras are not like you. Now I could get like really good picture. Like think about it. Like now I can produce it. I can literally go do a set and tape myself, cut it up, and post it on the social media, all with my phone. This is I don't need. I can make the art. I can edit the art. I can create the art. I can distribute the art, and even get paid for the art from my phone. It's gonna be fun, guys. So, are you a full-time comedian? If yes, when did comedy pay you so well that you were able to leave your other job you had? I am a full-time comedian. I quit my job 2 years back. When I had to go on, Russell said like, hey, you want to go on a tour with me, Asia? I asked my boss if I can get 20 days off, and he said, your contract is coming to an end anyways. Why don't you just quit the job? And then you're opening for Russell Peters, bro. Don't come back. And I'm like, yes, I don't want to go back. So I haven't gone back to job, but I am. I wouldn't say I'm successful enough that I could. I'm going to be profitable soon, but right now I'm making it as a comedian, not a successful comedian, but as a comedian. Do you think aliens are already living amongst us? Could be, bro. Big Rigs asked me if I think aliens are already living among us. I don't know, and I don't really care. Unless they show themselves. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I asked my mom, Mom, should I believe in God? And she's like, yeah, it'll make you feel better. So, yeah, if when you're scared, if you think about God, that there is a helping hand that helps you, you will feel safer and better. So believe in it. And then I was like, what about ghosts? And she was like, well, they don't make you feel happy, so why do you want to believe in them? So if this reality is my imagination, I'm going to dictate what my imagination should be. So if I say there are no aliens, there are no aliens. If I say there are aliens, they might be aliens. I could see them if I want to see them. So, yeah. Jepti 16, I see, keep up. You'll soon make as much money as Godfrey does. Bro, I'm so happy for Godfrey, bro. He deserves it. He deserves his success. Thank you for saying that. But I'm like watching him. His movie is doing so well. His special, he released it in theaters. It's doing so well. Guys, go check him out. It's one of a kind. You don't want to miss it. Rebel with a Cause. Check him out. I'm so happy for him. Again, there is a guy. They denied him for 20 years. And he is one of the best comedians there is. He is a living legend in comedy. And they've been denying him for like 20 years. But now, I think he told me, since 2020, he was like, you know what, I'm going to use social media. And he went on social media. They banned his account once. When he had like 900,000 followers, they literally banned his account. He lost his account. He rebuilt it. He got all those fans back, and he got millions of fans everywhere. His podcast is kicking it. And he went and makes people literally want him to make special so much that they donated. They were like, make a special, just make it. Nobody's going to make it for you, you do it. And he went and made it. And once he got it, and he's like, hey, Netflix, Amazon Prime, here is it. You want to buy it? Here is a really good special. They were like, nah, we're good. And talk about a comedian getting getting hit. And but the thing is that because of the times, he could take it to theaters. But and you got to give credit to Rachel, his producer, the executive producer, and her team. They sold it to theaters, and it's playing in theaters now. And it's like, dude, the world, like, no longer should we be in the hands of other people. The oppression should not exist anymore. If every field, like whatever you do, like, do not let the oppressor succeed. Take him down. When you work, you should get paid properly, reasonably, to make a living. Those executives make like trillions of dollars, and then they come down on you if you work from home. Like, screw them. Like, you are the one who's doing the job. If you don't do the job, they don't have a day. So I think people should be like, take the power. Like, now you have the power. Like, back in the day, if someone is racist toward you, what are you going to do? You got nothing to do. You tell someone, they don't believe you. Even if they believe you, what are you going to do? There's nothing. His word against your word. But now, you just take your phone and put it on their face and put it on social media. Times are changing, guys. True, maybe comics could live stream sets now. Right here, guys. I'm doing crowd work right here. I didn't have any preparation. And whoever is here, I hope I'm entertaining you and you're here with me. And for me, I just need to get my reputations. I have thoughts, I want to talk about them. They could be funny, they might not be funny, but only by talking them out, I can process them. And now I got chance, I got an opportunity to do that. Times are changing. Louis C.K. made his own sitcom all on his own website. No bosses, and it was great. Can't remember the name. It was set in a bar. Bro, I'm going to go check it out. He's a really good comedian. He's a genius. I'm going to check it out. Make the recordings of your live streams free on YouTube. The recordings of your live streams ask for a membership fee. Help out your fans and make your content accessible as you can, please. So what I've been doing is I'm taking down the live streams and then editing them to make them more interesting and then post them as podcasts. Because here I sit here and ramble on because I don't have control and I just talk. And then when someone comes, like, I don't want to shoot another podcast. I just want to make this into a podcast. Excuse me. So I'm like, maybe I should, if I leave the live stream, I might say something dumb, which I do, and then later on I'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that because I don't really believe it, but that by then I would be cancelled. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my live streams down, editing them for content to make them more easier to listen to, and then releasing them as podcasts. So if you want to listen to my previous episodes, check out my podcast. It's literally the same. I only just cut out the ums and ahs and likes, all those like fluff. And then if I say something that I don't really agree with, because my mouth is faster than my mind. So I say something I don't agree with. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I take that back. So I'll be like, cut it out. No, don't edit them. Keep them as natural as they are. It's good. I do that. But I also want people to be interested, right? Where's the podcast? Vishnu Waka Comedy. Podcast name is Late Night Live with Vishnu Waka. Late Night Live with Vishnu Waka. And you can listen to them in all the podcast streaming apps. Like, it's actually better, then you don't have to see my dumbass face for like however long I rant. All the podcasts like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the podcasts, it's there. Yes, it's on YouTube. Just do a search for Late Night Live with Vishnu Waka, or just do Vishnu Waka Comedy. When are you doing your special, V? I want to do it. It comes down to this, guys. I have the content. I have over 3 hours of content. I've been putting, everything is online. The only thing people don't know is, like, you've seen the bits, but you haven't seen the the narrative, why that bit came, because there is a story, and for that you will have to see my special. And I've tried to shoot him a couple of times, but I'm not happy because one, the show is not sold out, and also I get like one show. I want to shoot it properly. Maybe I'll like reach out to Don't Tell or someone, and maybe they could shoot one for me. I heard like a lot of comedians are doing that, and maybe we'll see. We'll see this year, 2026. One way or the other, my special will be there. But until my special is out, I have a 6-minute set, just for fun. It's on my site. I put my bits all the time, so you can see them anywhere. But on YouTube, I have few of my sets if you want to check them out. Recently, I opened for Russell Peters at Naples, and I taped that set because the audience are fire. And I had so much fun, and I posted it. You can check it out. Do you have a swimming pool now? I already answered that. Thanks for joining, guys. I got people. What's up? Let's see. Okay, Louis C.K. website sitcom was called Horace and Pete. Sweet, I'm going to check it out. And I'm also going to make my set, because my 7-11 bit, I'm going to make them all into a movie, a skit, because all my stories can be made into skits. So I'm going to do that. That's my next step. Have you been to Godfrey's apartment? It looks nice when he goes on live stream. Yeah, bro. I haven't been to his apartment, because usually by the time we hang out, we'd go to arcade and it'd be like 3 a.m. and I'm like, I just want to get home. So I never been to his apartment, but his building is nice. What else? So yeah, I told you guys about my podcast. You have great comedy. Swish says you have great comedy. Thank you, Swish. I appreciate that. And it's going to get better. Asad Ali says, I respect your work, bro. You're awesome. Thank you so much, bro. Really appreciate that. A lot of times you're like, am I doing the right thing? Like, shouldn't I just get a job, like a regular job, and call it quits? But there's something, it's like, no, I want to go. I want to do this. I want to give it a different perspective. Because there are too many people that follow like sheep, and only comedians can kind of like give people a different perspective. Because if not for comedians, like, people take narratives and they go and like Nazis, the whole bunch of people believed in one idea, that Jews are responsible, and they just did horrible things, and since then, like before, people do horrible things to other people because they get excited and they excite each other, and they in that flow the mob mentality doesn't even realize what they're doing. And the only way to check that kind of mentality is to have stand-up comedians making jokes about that, which makes people like kind of like, if you make a joke, if I tell someone you are wrong, they're going to be upset. But if I make a joke about a character that acts like how they do, now that person is not going to admit that he's the same person, but in his head he's like, oh, they're on to me, so I'm going to change my ways. And that's all we're looking for, like, just make people to change their ways. We don't need to accuse and punish people. So, what are you talking about? I have no idea, bro. Check it out in podcast, because you probably came in the middle of it. I'm sure it's like very philosophical and very cool. Oh, I liked your show in San Jose Improv not too long ago. Oh yeah, thank you, Siti. Sid, sorry. Thank you, bro. It was so much fun. I had so much fun in San Jose, and then I went to Irvine. Bro, both the shows are fire. I'm gonna come back hopefully. I wish I sold more tickets. I think over there I sold about 70 tickets or 80 tickets. It was a Wednesday night, so you got to take that into account. If I sold 70, 80 tickets on a Wednesday, I'm sure I can sell like 300, 400 tickets on a Friday. Let's see. I've seen never ever ever quit. I just followed you. Thank you, Mocha. I will never ever ever quit. Um, do you have a bid on your logo, baby elephant in car? Yes. You have to come to my show. My self-driven is also a bit about elephants. Or you might actually run into my clip somewhere. If you watch my clip online, you should go on my website, which is down right now, which it will be back up soon. You should go to my store and buy the shirt because if you watch the bit, now you're obligated to support the cause. And you will know what the cause is if you watch the bit. But once you watch the bit, you have to buy a shirt and support the cause. Poverty and oppression, financial or otherwise, breeds anger and frustration. So people are primed to find scapegoats to blame. That's true, but poverty, that's why they say hurt people hurt. Like, you look at Indian people, like, we hate each other because we're so used to be hated that, whenever we get a chance, wait guys. So, whenever you get a chance, you should, where am I? Breeds anger, frustration, so people are primed to find scapegoat. That's true, and the only way we can stop that, even for oppressed people, the biggest complaint Indians and Africans have is not only are you oppressed, but people that oppressed you try to blame it on you. They say it's their fault they're poor. And we need to condemn that. Like we should need to call them out and like, dude, you did it to them. And we the way we can open up people, that's where comedy comes in. Like, oppression, like even when you are oppressed, like from my town, like Ongole, we are known for our sarcasm because it's such a dry land, nothing grows there, and people are hungry all the time. So your anger, that hunger comes out in a sarcasm. So my town is, and then there are a lot of towns in like Godavari district where there's a lot of water and they get a lot of, they're very rich. And they have a sarcasm too, but their sarcasm is more like, like they're making fun of other people. Whereas here we are making fun of ourselves. So I don't know if it makes sense. Do you think World War III will happen? Right now, rich people are making a lot of money, and there is so much more potential for them to make a lot more money. So if they were to fight now, would be the dumbest thing. And if I'm a rich person right now, I would make sure nobody is fighting. And the one thing Trump is, I wish he's not a racist. I really do, because I know when I see someone being racist. But I wish he's smart enough to stop being racist and let us all integrate, because rich people will be, imagine everywhere people are happy. The whole world, you can go anywhere and you can go party, you can have fun, and you can visit culture sites. People would be traveling everywhere, and there is a lot of economic activity going on. People will be happy. So it makes sense for the people in power to make sure people are happy. So if they start a World War III, that is definitely being done by very dumb people, and we should kick ourselves for letting those dumb people rule us. Yes, I will wear it to your show in San Jose. Yes, sir, Big Rig. Definitely, bro. I'm going to come to San Jose soon. All signs are pointing to it. Crazy times. No, I know you say also. I don't even know why Putin is fighting a war. Why China? I don't know. I mean, the thing is, everybody is trying to. They know all the countries have realized. If you notice, all the countries that are rich in resources are under threat because they have all these countries and powerful people realized we have come to the pinnacle of invention. Now whoever can control are going to be able to control the world for next however many generations until there is a breakthrough again. So now they're looking at resources because resources are going to be the key. So that's why Trump wants Greenland. That's why Trump wants Canada. I mean, you're a fun neighbor to have when you have nothing, I have nothing. But now that I know you have something that is going to be very valuable and I have the power to take your shit, I'm going to do it. That's literally what Trump's America is doing to Canada and Greenland. They want to at least, if not take over, and that's why they're having these treaties, because there should be a war, right? If a NATO country taking over another NATO country, like NATO is going to fight within itself. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But they all know NATO needs America to be powerful. And if America needs Greenland and Canada to be powerful, they're going to figure out a way to let them have it. They just want their face saved, right? They want to look like they're going to come up with an agreement where America will have access to all those resources, in all the resources in North America, Europe, South America, as much as Africa they could possibly can get into under their control, and all the way to, and then Russia, China, they are trying to get as many resources as they can. That is what is going on right now. So they're going to threaten each other, but ultimately it's not going to work out if they go to war, because there is too much loot. Like, you were sitting on a loot and you were robbed. You were like, let's say you were like two robbers that robbed that have potential to rob everybody in the world. Like, you have access to all that riches sitting right there. Would you share it and enjoy it, or would you kill each other? You have to be really dumb to kill each other. Man. Do you think the Democrats will take over Congress this midterm election cycle and then impeach Trump? Yeah, they might. It makes sense. They will take Congress and they will probably even pass it in Congress saying that they're going to impeach Trump, so he'll be impeached in Congress. But that's not going to mean shit. Trump is going to take over Canada, declare himself as a president of Greater America, North America, South America, and Greenland. By then, Greenland would be Trump land. So that's the future. I liked your show in San Jose Impromptu not too long ago. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Silver lining, poverty and oppression breeds comedy. True, I agree. I mean, pain breeds art. If you're rich and you're full, you're not going to think in the limitations of an artist. I don't know. I wanted to say something really like bright, but I got nothing to say. Who else is there? Hi guys, it's been a minute, right? When are you coming to California? I'm going to come there soon, bro. I mean, I gotta figure out a way. I gotta book my shows this year. I should get dates. I'm going to be in Columbus, Ohio, June 4th. Columbus, Ohio, Attic Comedy Club. I'm coming home, Columbus, Ohio. And New York, guys, January 28th, like this Wednesday. If you live in New York, please, okay, it's a good show. If you want to watch a good show, get tickets. If you don't want to watch a good show, don't get tickets, okay? It's your loss. I really used to like Ralph Mays. Ralph May, rest in peace. I haven't watched him that much. Like I don't know, I wish I watched more stand up, but I don't. I should. You're too funny, man. Love your work. Thank you, ABJ Hussain. Thank you, bro. Um, Sherpa said, you're absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like President. Okay. Dorian Friendly, you're fucking hilarious. Thank you, bro. Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. It's been a minute. I should go to bed. Um, Thank you for joining my live. Good night, Big Rig. Definitely, bro. You're going to be my security once I make it. Let me know. Remind me, though. Alright, guys. Have a good night. See you soon. Bye. Adios, amigos. Happy snowfall. Enjoy your snowfall this weekend. Peace. Good night.